What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Paint Society. Today is the official day. We're finishing up the paint job on Jeremy's Yukon project. Don't overthink it, it's just paint. And thanks for joining us on this episode of Paint Society. If you have not been following so far, well, we've got tons of episodes on Jeremy's Yukon build to get it to this point right now. Let's hop into the paint booth and see exactly what we got going on. We already got the Yukon already pulled in, and we have, well, Pedro here from Scorpion Paint. He's helping us out with the paint job so far, so come on in. So basically what we're going to be doing with this paint job, it's going to be a two-tone paint job. We're going to be running a color down the middle, which we'll show you just a little bit, and then we're going to have the existing slate blue that we did already on the roof and the hood, on the tops and the bottom. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get this thing all masked up. All right, so we got everything all masked off. You can see we used a combination of paper and plastic. And over here on the door handles, we actually did pop them off so we can get a clean paint line around them. You know, we were gonna remove them completely, but over 30 years of rust and different things inside the mechanisms, and you have to take off the whole panel. We didn't want to risk breaking anything because we've heard they're really, really tough to remove. So we figured this is the best option so we can pretty much have the same exact result getting paint underneath. We don't have to worry about any peeling paint. You can see that we can get nice clean edge under there. Now over on the windows here, is always best to remove windows, but this is a mild restoration. We didn't want to go completely ham and remove everything. We went ahead, and if you're going to leave the glass in, what you need to do is you need to fine line tape it, or even use 1/2-inch tape along the edge like we're doing here. And that's exactly what Pedro's doing on the other side. So what we did is we left like a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch on the edge, and then we come on the end. The very last thing we do is we put another piece of tape right here on the edge like Pedro's doing, and you can go ahead and just slice that with the razor. Now you can use the blue fine line, that works, but sometimes it just lifts on you. So we're going to be using the fine line for when we do our two-tone, but you can see that this thing is completely ready to go. It's ready to spray, and we'll go ahead and we'll get it all cleaned up now and get it ready for its first color. We're ready for that first color. Now, special thanks to Eastwood. They provided all of the material we needed for this paint job. So what we're going to be doing right now is I'm going to show you the first color. So the first color we're going to be using in this two-tone is our GM white, and this is going to be the big stripe that goes down the middle. So let's take a look at it. It is a little bit of a creamy white, and I really think it's going to pop with that slate blue. Now I'm going to show you a little trick that you guys can use if you don't want to make a big mess. Now this mixes up 4-to-1, so we'll locate 4-to-1, and we're going to use the max amount. So we'll go up to the first line, which will be 7, and the next one, the next 7, and that will be 4-to-1. And stop right there. The next step is going to be activator. Now most base coats will not have an activator, but this one does, which I love, because it's going to get it drier quicker. So when we do that stripe, we're not going to have to worry about is it dry yet. So we'll take this up to the next 7, which will be right here, and right there is good enough. We'll give it a mix, and we'll pop into the booth, and we'll show you exactly how we're going to lay down the white stripe first before we put the slate blue down. Before we head into the booth, we are all ready to go. We have 2 CC500s from Eastwood. This is their paint gun. We're going to be using a 1.3 to spray it. We're using the PPS system this time because we needed an extra big container for all that paint. Now Pedro's going to be on one side, I'm going to be on the other. Let's head into the booth and we'll show you how we're going to do it. Well, we just finished laying down that base coat about 30 minutes ago. We let it really flash off, and you can see how we kind of took it about 3 or 4 inches above and below where we need it. Now, what we have here is Pedro is going to start with a fine line. Now, there's a bunch of different fine lines you can use. This is a 1/2 inch. We have a 1/4 inch and an 1/8. This is actually an 1/8 inch right here. What we're using right now is the 1/4 inch, and we're kind of just, you know, working with how we want to do it. So basically, we're going to use our body lines to kind of break it up. You can see there's a body line right here. So there'll be just a little bit of slate blue on the top, and then we're thinking about ending it right around here. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, the paint society. All the stuff you don't see. So you guys see everything done in just a couple minutes. This whole tedious process is over 45 minutes to an hour. Taping, retaping. It's fun though. Yeah, what's going down here? Bring it up a little bit, Pedro. Little. Okay.
Touch it in the middle where you think.
All right, let's see. We got a finger right here. We got a finger right there. It's good. That's how we measure. Well, we're right outside of 20 minutes, and I think we're ready to pull that tape. You don't want to pull it right away. You want it to dry, but you want it to fully cure because you don't want it to bridge. So there's a little bit of a fine line between the two. So we're going to go ahead and start unmasking nice and slow, see what it looks like. considering all the amount of things that can go wrong, this looks good. If you come around the back, we can see that we carry the line that lines up with the sides as well. So at this point, it's been drying for a good 30 minutes. I will say the activated base does dry pretty well, but if you do add 20% reducer into that base mix, it's gonna spray a lot better. So that's something we found out. So take a look at it, it's ready for clear. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll mix up our Show Car Clear Coat. We're going to put our first coat of clear on the lines first. We want to build up that edge. So we'll only put it on our areas where the line meets. And then we'll allow it to flash for a good 5-10 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll do a first full coat. And then we'll do another second full coat. And now this is a 4-to-1 Show Car Clear. And I got to say, it has a very good gloss retention, a great shine. It sprays easy. You can mix up to 20% reducer in there. And the reducer just helps to flow it out a little bit, helps things look a little bit smoother. You don't always need it, but it does help out a little bit. And the technical data sheet definitely says you can use it. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this mixed up 4-to-1, and we'll start spraying. Wow, well, we got it all cleared. We went ahead and we put 3 coats of clear on. We just showed you one, and it's looking really, really, really nice. Now, here's the time that we're gonna pull the tape off. It's been about maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and well, the paint is tacked up enough to the point where we can pull it off gently. But if you don't have any areas that are bridged, then you can wait till the next day. But right now, we're gonna pull it off. I gotta say, it looks fantastic. Now, it is gonna need a little bit of polishing in the future, so you're gonna wanna stay tuned for more episodes. In the following episodes from here, we'll go ahead, we'll get this thing all assembled. We got a lot of black trim to do. We'll show you how to restore black trim panels and different things like that, as well as some basic wet sand and polishing. So the series is not over yet. I think the guys and team did an amazing job, including Jeremy, Pedro, Patrick, everyone helping us out, getting this thing done. So Jeremy, let's get this thing rolled out. Let's show everyone what it looks like. And guys, this is Brian and Jeremy and Patrick from Paint Society reminding you, don't overthink it.
Just paint.
We'll see you guys on the next one.